Let's have a look at the reports for an e-newsletter. So we've logged in and we've gone to the reports tab, and you can see any sent newsletter that's been sent in here. So we're just going to jump into the summer newsletter and we'll go over each of the sections briefly. So the first thing to see is when it was actually sent and the kind of response you got straight away. So you'll notice that generally there's a much faster and bigger open rate in the first hour or so after you send, and then it'll kind of trail off later on. Now we've only sent it to 5 people, so it's not going to be a huge uptake, but it gives you an idea how many people have opened it, how many emails have bounced, none of them have actually come back, 4 haven't been opened, 20% of people have opened it so far, etc, etc. So who clicked a link and so on. On the right hand side gives you a lot more detailed information. So the recipient activity, who was it that actually opened it? So there's been one open, and that's actually been from me. You can just have a look at those people that have opened. If people have clicked a link, you can see what link they've clicked and sort them and so on. And you can also export any of these as a CSV file. So if you have any use for this information in another way, you can really use it here. So link activity, who clicked links and how many are opening your links. You can even do a little email overlay, which is quite nice, and it will show you if people are opening links, what percentage of people have actually clicked on each link. Okay, social sharing. If we have the social sharing feature installed, you can also see as people send it or share it on Twitter or Facebook, or you can also send this link. So you can email this link to people, it'll take them straight to your newsletter. The world view is very interesting. It actually shows you on a map who's opened your email. Those that have opened the email are in green, those that have clicked on the email are in blue. So we'll have a look. Okay, and this is worldwide, so it'll show you on a map as people are opening all over the world who's opening it and where. Okay, who's clicking on your email and what time they're doing it. So there's a lot of information there. This is quite interesting, what email clients are being used. So it'll actually show you, if people are using Gmail or Outlook, or I'm using this obscure one called Sparrow, which is a Gmail interface for Apple. But this is quite good if you go over your old campaigns. You'll actually see who's opening your emails. We might go and have a look at a different report. Let's have a look. Here's one with 16 people. More people have opened it. So this gives you a bit of a wider range. Come back to the client email usage. And here we go. We'll see who's got opening using Gmail, Apple Mail, iPhone, Apple Mail 2, Hotmail. So it gives you a good idea of what computer and what email program your customers are using, and this is also what we use to test for new newsletter formats. We make sure that whatever we're building for you will work for your customers. You can have a look at a bounce summary, and this can be interesting, why emails are not being sent, and if sometimes it's just a typo, you can fix them, but this one, for example, shows me that it's a hard bounce, and you can read a little bit more on that. And that basically tells you that the email doesn't exist anymore. So a hard bounce, permanently undeliverable, etc. So have a read through there if you feel like it. We'll come back to have a look at this recipient activity for this email, because it's quite interesting, the number of people that are opening this e-newsletter, how many times have opened it compared to how many people have actually clicked on the link. And this is quite interesting as you get a bigger database. So that is the e-newsletter reports area.